From Anshei Sphard-Beth Emeth congregation, it's time to take 10 minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein.
Welcome to our discussion of Lag BaOmer. What does it mean? What does it mean today is the 33rd day of the Omer? Hayom, Shlosha, Shloshim Yom. What does it mean that today is the 33rd day of the Omer and somehow that's significant? Says Reb Tzadok HaKohen of Lublin, he says, we're part of a whole series that began before Purim. Before Purim we had Shabbos Shkalim. We had the holiness of Purim was before Purim. And then we had Purim. And then we had the holiness of Pesach started before Pesach. Starting with Purim, Parshas Para, Parshas HaChodesh, all the sections, special readings prior to Pesach, and then Pesach. And the holiness of Pesach continues after Pesach with the counting of the Omer, and the holiness of Shavuos starts before Shavuos. Holiness of Pesach starts before Pesach, continues after Pesach. The holiness of Pesach continues after Pesach, and the holiness of Shavuos continues before Shavuos. A whole long period from Purim all the way till Shavuos. Purim, they reaccepted the Torah that was given on Shavuos. One continuum. Now, but why the 33rd day? So he says, well, the Pesach Sheni, the makeup for Pesach, is 1 month after Pesach. That was last Sunday. And we're now 5 days after that. We're 5 days into this week. The 5th day was the day when the soul, a living soul, began. The fish, the animals began to be created. And when there's something living, the human soul is again excited. We're getting ready to receive the Torah on Shavuos. But he asks the question, he says, why should we have a celebration? So they say, well, Reb Shimon bar Yochai's yurtzeit is on this day. Maybe if he died that day, he must have been born that day, because tzaddikim live their complete years, their full years. Truly deep, righteous people live a whole year. So maybe it's his birthday. But still, why celebrate his yurtzeit? We don't celebrate the yurtzeit of Moshe Rabbeinu. It's a fast day. We don't celebrate the yurtzeit of Aaron on the 1st of Av. It's a sad day. The answer is, he says really, we're celebrating the Torah Sheba'al Peh. This is a celebration not of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, but of his teacher Rabbi Akiva. And all of the ideas of Rabbi Akiva were transmitted to Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. It's on this day we celebrate the Torah Sheba'al Peh, the oral Torah. It's interesting, we're getting ready to receive the written Torah. On this day we celebrate the oral Torah. They say that from this day there are a certain number of days corresponding to the gematria of Havaya and Hu Elokim, a certain number of days between now and Rosh Hashanah. We're getting ready already for Rosh Hashanah. Oh, the whole year is connected from Purim to Pesach to Shavuos to Rosh Hashanah. Lag BaOmer, it's all connected. The Bnei Yissaschar says, great Hasidic writer, he says, Tov and Lev. Lev Tov. We had 32 days in the Omer. That's Lev. That's the gematria, the numerology of 32. And we have Tov. We have 17 days left. 17 and 32 is 49. The 49 days of the Omer. He says, if you look in the Torah, when's the first time that Tov is mentioned? It's the 32nd word. After 32 words, that's when we mention Tov. We mention goodness. And what's goodness? The Torah. Says the Ma'aril, rabbi who lived around the time of the Holocaust, he said that you need to prepare your heart, to prepare the 32 days of lave, of heart, of goodness, and then you're ready to receive the Tov, receive the Torah. Hopefully we prepared ourselves so that we can light up on this day, the day of Lag BaOmer, to be ready to receive the Torah. They say that on this day, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai began to write his words. He began to write those words. What does that mean? That there's sort of a history. Forget about the history of the temple, the destruction of the temple, the Jewish people. There's another history, another Jewish history we need to tell. When Rav Shimon Bar Yochai was born, when Rav Shimon Bar Yochai lived, when Rav Shimon Bar Yochai died, a great mystical light came to the world. It hadn't been seen since the days, says the Zohar, the days of Moshe Rabbeinu. Not the light of the written Torah, the light of the oral Torah. And that light came back to us again with Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, and it came back again in the days of the great Ari, the great mystic from the 16th century who moved eventually and died in Tzfat. The great mystics, and all the great mystics who were there, Moshe Cordovero and so many others who lived in Tzfat. The Shalah, those who brought great light. They brought a great light, and they instituted this idea of going to Meron and celebrating and lighting a medurah, lighting a fire. And it's caught on like wildfire today. And again today, the light of mysticism has been lit again. And the excitement of Torah, that's a different history. It's the history of the preservation of the fire of Torah with Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, the fire of Torah with the Ari, the fire of Torah today, the mysticism alive and well again today. We say on Shabbat that Moshe reflects Kalil Tiferet. He has a crown of Tiferet, of splendor. And Aaron, and represented by this day of Hod, and Rav Shimon Bar Yochai, they had a different splendor, not splendor of Tiferet, but splendor of Hod. Not the splendor of the written Torah, but the splendor of the oral Torah. And that's today. Today, it's a day of Hod, it's a day of thanksgiving, of praise, Hodu, of praising God. And with this praising of God, we're getting ready to receive the Torah. You know, it says we should have Sheva Shabbatot Tmimot Tiena. We should have 7 complete weeks. But another way of translating is 7 complete Shabbases. It should be 7 weeks, Shekulo Shabbos. 7 weeks where everything is Shabbos. Every day is Shabbos. That's the goal of these days. Can we take plain days? Can we elevate them to be 7 weeks of Shabbos? It's hard. It's a marathon. We've got to try day after day to keep ourselves on a high level, to get ready to receive the Torah. 17 days of preparation to get ready to receive the Torah. The Jews at Sinai prepared only 3 days. We have to prepare 17 days. But hopefully in the end, we have that feeling not only of the splendor and the joy and the glory of God, but the feeling of the invasion of Shabbos to our weekday. These 7 days teach us how to count our days. Limnot yameinu ken hoda. God, show us how to count our days, how to make every day count. We learn that during this time of year, but it's not about this time of year. We receive the Torah on Shavuos, so it can have its impact to launch us into the entire summer and all the way to eventually getting to Rosh Hashanah. Again, the whole year, it's one cycle, and it goes around and around to try to inspire us every single day. And at this time, on Lag BaOmer, we realize we can begin to hear the kolos, the voice of Sinai. Kol yom bas kol yotzis from us. There's a sound that comes from Sinai every day. And it's now on Lag BaOmer that hopefully we begin to hear those voices and get ready to receive the Torah. Thank you for joining us here at the Anshei Sphard-Beth Emeth congregation. Tonight is Lag BaOmer night. To hear about the meaning of Lag BaOmer, join us each week for the Parsha on the various holidays. And thanks to Jason Lefkowitz, our producer. Thank you.
This has been 10 Minutes for Torah with Rabbi Joel Finkelstein. To learn more, visit asb.org.